this is the play that we had to have success with, and let's move on from here. You know, whether it was offense, defense, or special teams. And believe me, all three of those components had a lot to do with our success from that point on.
Was there ever a moment you found yourself thinking, you know, we could actually pull this thing out?
Yeah, I mean, a couple different times.
Yeah.
I think they felt the same thing on the other sideline, though.
Sure.
Joe, how do you flip the switch from the first couple series to what you did after the first quarter?
You know, my teammates really just had my back today. You know, I had a real rough first quarter, and you know, everybody was just saying, stick with it. You know, we got your back, things like that. You know, no one ever lost hope. You know, I mean, if we look back, we were just making plays all over the field for us. You know, it was a rough first quarter, but you know, everybody just kept fighting the whole time. Just kept saying chip away. You know, no one ever lost hope.
Did you just maybe relax, just, you know, get a little more focused as the game went on?
You know, I went out with a lot of focus, but of course, you know, you're always a little excited when you start the game.
Sure.
You know, I tried to keep my composure. But I had a team around me who just really, you know, helped pick me up today.
Mike, how much did the game plan change, especially offensively, once you get that 31-0? I mean, a lot of fly patterns and stuff like that.
You know, a couple things we saw, you know, film-wise, and we knew it was going to be difficult to run the football on them. I think you look at Mount Union and Mary Hardin-Vale are some teams in the country that take a lot of pride in stopping the run. And they're certainly one of them. And, you know, coming into the game, we didn't feel like this was going to be a game where we could run the football for, you know, 150 yards or whatever. You know, we thought we could try and keep them honest with that. And, you know, aside from one really good run by Jamar Baynard, we really did not keep anyone honest. And it just, when you're down 31, you know, I credit Coach Knapp, Chip Knapp, our offensive coordinator. You know, he just looked at his game, his script, narrowed it down, kept the script down to plays that were either going to be, you know, high percentage completions underneath or attack them deep. And that's the focus that he took.
Joe, what do you think, you know, looking at some of those numbers? I mean, the only thing that matters, I guess, is the score, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to put up a lot of stats on offense, but it doesn't matter unless you win the game. You know, but if you look back, you know, I wasn't the one really making the plays. Receivers,
Sure.
You know, Steve made a bunch of great catches, a bunch of great yards after catch. Bryce Shade, great catches. It was just everybody. Kyle, George. You know, I think everybody just really stepped up to that. I just wish I could really play another game with our seniors.
The second half, it seemed like you were more creative than we've seen you this season as far as moving in the pocket and finding people. Is that, how do you explain that? It just seemed like
When you get 260 pounds on your back, every third play you get creative.
How much did using the screens help take some of that pressure off and allow right next to
We saw they're in the man-free concept a lot of the second half, bring a lot of pressure and having some success, especially on the edges against our tackles. You know, and Jamar, we think is going to have a great career. Just did a brilliant job, you know, of getting vertical as soon as he kept cutting. You know, a lot of times with the screen, you know, he was catching the ball and getting those hips around and getting vertical right away. And especially as we got closer to the end zone, you know, they kept bringing pressure. You know, and believe me, they're smart to bring pressure because they were getting pressure. You know, as a defensive coordinator, if you can get pressure, you want it. And, you know, when you can see that pressure, screen is the answer.
the key drive there was when you guys cut it down to one score and make the game back, I think, 70 yards.
You know,
big play to Sherman.
Yeah, I tell you, you know, and you know, we were on the big play. We were in the coverage where we're playing a kind of a tough man on the outside. We're looking like we're in a cover two concept, but our safety, you know, was actually going to, you know, Meacham ran a crossing or a dig, you know, and we drove that, you know, and then had that skinny post, and you know, we didn't get a good collision up front, but I think they just, you know that was a great job by them. And a lot of times in coverages, you roll the dice a lot of times, and sometimes it comes up big, and sometimes it comes up small. And I think our kids played real hard on that play, and they made a great play, and you got to give them credit for that. It was a good drive. I tell you what, a couple times I think we had a 4th down conversion on that. They had a 4th down conversion. We got a couple plays there where we kind of had them, and great teams make good plays. So hats off to them for that.
So, what was the defensive mindset after the first quarter? When things were looking pretty tough.
After the half, we were ready to Coach Drass, and we was able to fix some mistakes we did in the first half. All we told each other on defense was we got to stay together. We had about 2 more quarters to play. So the game wasn't over after 30 minutes, so we knew we had to go out there and keep playing defense. So we just got ourselves together and accept the challenge.
Were there moments where you thought, we can really pull this thing out, we can finish this off?
Every play. Because we've been in a situation like this, I'm going to say it throughout the season. It's never back in our mind that this game is over. There's always hope. We always got faith. We did each other, and a lot of it comes from the offense. We don't get the offense too. Every time it was when we knock it down the end zone, it just gives us more motivation to go out and get a stop. So offense played really good today.
Did a great job on Mitchell, number 4, except for the first play of the game. What was happening on that?
Well, I want to say when we usually come out as a team, we're all having a lot of emotion going on. What usually happens is after the first pop, everybody gets to calm down, settle down. So I guess we get a chance to get that first pop. So actually, he's watching one of the greatest running back I've seen. He's just so shaky, so little, like you have to try really hard to find him in the hole, so he can break one out from us.
Quarterback, the same kind of runner?
Yes. He's actually the best quarterback I've seen.
Despite all the points, were there times that you felt like, you guys played pretty well? There's just, I think, 3 straight drives you stopped them to get back in the game.
We always seem to look at it. I always tell my defense, it's the next play. Whatever happened, the next play counts. No matter if you score a touchdown, that's a 3-0. I tend to look at the next play, trying to stop. So the game was going on. I just kept telling them until the 0 hits 0-0, look at the next play. That helps our defense out.
The safety, there was a couple series, 3 series there where we felt like, they may have been thinking, hey, let's be a little more conservative and try and get this clock down. But, there was a couple points there where we did a solid job.
Obviously you come back with the safety, when things are looking bad, you get the ball.
Yeah, there's a couple points there, and I think, the one thing, if you boil everything down, and, all the great plays or all the mistakes, we turned the ball over, and I don't think they did.
Right.
So you look at great teams, they don't turn the ball over.
Yep.
So it gives us something to work toward.
I know you're not thinking about next year, but with so many young guys, what do you hope they've learned from this last, this run you guys made in the season, and even from today?
At the end there, I had them on the field, and I said, guys, look at the clock, and know that, I don't sound corny, but Sound ain't that far. It's not that far away. We can get there. You look at our team, and I'm so proud of these guys, because you look at us, and we lost 2 starting defensive tackles, the fastest kid in the country, wide receiver, a starting running back, a starting offensive guard, an All-American corner. They're all done for the year.
Right.
And other guys stepped up and were able to make this run. It's amazing, what some of these guys have done with the opportunities. You look at us, and we lose 4 guys on defense and 1 guy on offense. Got a lot of guys back.
Do you think they really learned something today? Remember, even if it's just what this feels like, what you're capable of.
A lot of lessons we learned today, I tell you.
Yeah. Joe, along the same lines, is there part of you that's excited thinking about the potential on this team? I know losing is the first thing on your mind.
Yeah, I mean, I really haven't thought too much about
Yeah.
the future, but like Coach Drass said, we have a lot of young guys, but we lose a lot of great leaders and a lot of great teammates. You know, this group of seniors. You know, they showed we could play with anybody in the country, but just a tough loss to take.